South African sprinting sensation Wayde Van Niekerk has made sprinting history by becoming the first man in history to run the 100 meters in under 10 seconds, the 200 in under 20 and the 400 in under 44. On Saturday, Van Niekerk clocked 9.98 in Bloemfontein to qualify for the 100 meter sprint at the Olympic Games. Last year, at a Diamond League meeting in Paris, Van Niekerk became only the fourth South African to count among the top 10 on the IAAF all-time lists for specific events, when he clocked 43.96 in the 400 meters. We're joined now live by Wayde Van Niekerk from Bloemfontein. Wayde, good evening and thank you for your time. You hadn't competed in a 100 meter race since your junior days. Your previous best was 10:45. So how do you explain this?
No, good evening, guys. It's really been a blessing for me. I mean, I actually just tried pulling my coach's leg to get me into a 100 meter race this year, and luckily she gave me that opportunity. So when I got that opportunity, I went all out and tried to get it.
Considered a 400 meter specialist, but it seems like you can do it all. What's your favorite event?
Well, it's quite obvious that we fall in love with the 1 and 2 as sprinters. That's what I've learned to love, and that's why I fell in love with the sports, was within the 1 and 2. Due to injuries, I started doing the 400 meters, and to my surprise, I started doing well in it. So now the last few years, I started trying out the 2 and 1 again. So I'm so grateful that I actually had that opportunity to try and improve my times and actually break barriers beyond what I thought I was capable of.
So how likely are you to run 1, 2 and 4 and the relays as well in Rio?
No, well, at the Rio Olympics, I'm just focusing on the 400 meters, and we'll decide on the relay closer to the competitions. But at the moment, I'm more focused on my 400 meters and trying to get as fit and as healthy at Rio as possible, because I mean, it's an opportunity for me to medal, and I need to stay in as best shape as I can.
Now, something of a poster boy for athletics in South Africa. How much pressure are you under to win gold in Rio de Janeiro?
Well, I can't really call it pressure in that sense. I mean, each and every one of us have pressure as athletes. Each and every one of us have that nerves when we get to the competitions, whether you're the best or you're not the best. We all have that pressure when it comes to competition. So it's simply just part of the game. So to me, I take it as it comes. I'm keeping my life as simple as it is. I believe the guy that got me the World Championship gold is the same guy that will get me to do well in Olympics. So I'm just going to try and stay as healthy as I can and then put my best foot forward when it comes to Rio.
Who are your chief rivals going to be in Rio?
Well, I think they speak for themselves. I mean, everyone knows who the top dogs are in the 400 meters at this moment. So to me, it's just now about looking after myself, like I said earlier as well, and trying to stay at that level to compete against the world's best.
Between now and Rio, what's your schedule going to be like?
Well, I'm trying to keep it as similar to last year. So I'll start off my season with a 400 and then a 300, which would be in Rome, and then another 300 in Jamaica, and then we'll have a race in New York. I mean, not New York, sorry, the Boston Diamond League, and then from there we'll come over back to South Africa to compete in the African Games, and then from there on we'll have another 2 Diamond Leagues, and then it's Olympics.
To the casual observer, you've just burst onto the scene. How many years of hard work did it take you to get to this point?
No, it's definitely, I mean, I've been on the scene since 2010 is the first time I had the opportunity to represent the country. So I've been on the scene for quite a while, but I've been doing athletics all my life. So this is just, I think this is just the right time for me to come through now. I mean, I'm competing against top class athletes at this moment. So to me, it's now just about getting myself in as best shape as I can and trying to compete as much as I can.
For a South African sprinter to break the 10-second barrier in the 100 meters. In terms of sprinting as a whole, there's now you, Anaso Jobodwana, Enrico Brenkis, Akani Simbine as well. Where did all these guys come from seemingly all of a sudden?
Well, to me, being in this on the scene for quite a while, to me it wasn't really a all of a sudden thing. The guys has been on the circuit since junior years. We've been giving each other headaches and competing against one another since junior years. So I knew what generation was coming through, and I was just trying to keep up with this generation. And I'm just glad that I'm part of something special in South African athletics, and it's really exciting. I mean, I'm a fan of each and every one of them, and we kind of inspire one another. We rub off of one another, and we try and keep the competition high, whether we compete against each other or not. So it's really an exciting generation coming through, and I've seen quite a lot of talent coming through, the younger guys as well. So I'm really looking forward to see what South African athletics can produce within this next few years.
Wayde, how difficult is it for a youngster in South Africa to make it and earn a living as a sprinter?
Well, I think it's as difficult as any other sport. I mean, we need to work for what we want. I heard a lot of people are fighting off sponsors and so on, but I believe that if you put in the hard work, eventually things will come your way. So I'm just trying to live my story and my journey as straight and narrow as I can. And if someone feels I'm good enough for their brand or their image, I'll be more than willing to listen. But obviously at this moment, to me right now, it's just about trying to do well in the Olympics and trying to be in as best shape as I can be when it comes to Olympics. And then obviously from there, hopefully the doors will open to endorsements and sponsorships.
If sprinting didn't work out, what would Wayde Van Niekerk have done for a living?
That would be a tough one, but obviously as a South African, we all really love rugby, and I'd really would have loved to be part of that sevens team. But obviously I'm a huge fan of football as well, so I'm really a very sporty guy, so I'll try and put myself in any sport, but I'm a really big sevens fan and football fan.
Who do you support?
The Blitzbokke, and then obviously, the football team would be Liverpool.
Right. Are you originally from Bloemfontein? Did you grow up there?
I was born in the Western Cape, Cape Town, and we moved here, I think about 7-8 years ago in Bloem.
All right. I'm running out of time, so one last question. Wayde, tell me about your relationship with your family.
Well, to me, family is everything. That's why I feel breaking the 10-second barrier is something that was very, very special to me, because I got to share it with them. This is the first milestone, if I could put it that way, that I got to achieve in front of them, and I got to achieve and got to see how excited they all were when I got over the line, and we saw it was a 9. So it's really something special for me, knowing that I've got such amazing family and friends that's supporting me, and obviously all over South Africa, whether it's in Cape Town or over here in Bloem, I've got quite a strong support base, and I'm really appreciative of them.
Van Niekerk, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. All of the best for the Olympic Games in Rio. Win a medal and come and show off with that medal here on Game On.
I'll try my best. Thanks.